Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. Omicron, the lockdowners' last stand. Just as President Biden's unconstitutional vaccination mandates were being ripped up by the courts, authoritarian politicians, public health bureaucrats, and the mainstream media announced a new COVID variant to justify another round of lockdowns and restrictions. The things that didn't work last time would be a good idea to do again this time, they claim. For these authoritarians, the timing of Omicron's emergence was perfect. The variant was first discovered in South Africa, with the U.S. and European media running endless scare stories. Authoritarian politicians used the manufactured fear to justify another attack on liberty. Europe shut down and became a virtual prison camp. In Austria, Germany, and elsewhere, citizens became non-persons without a vaccine passport. South African health officials reported that the variant seemed to be more contagious, but far milder than previous variants, as usually happens with such viruses. But from Boris Johnson in the UK to de Blasio in New York, the variant was perfect cover for them to put their boots back on the necks of the terrorized citizens. As to be expected, Fauci reveled in the emergence of the new variant, warning of record deaths for the unvaccinated. Similarly, President Biden warned that this would be a winter of death for the unvaccinated. But here's something the media isn't reporting about the Omicron outbreaks. They are taking place among the fully vaccinated. Cornell University, with 97% of the campus fully vaccinated and a mask mandate, has announced that it would return to online-only instruction after a massive COVID outbreak. Likewise, the National Football League has postponed several games this weekend due to COVID outbreaks, even though the league is virtually 100% vaccinated. And the National Basketball Association, which is about 95% fully vaccinated, has just announced that due to a surge in COVID cases, it too will postpone games. The vaccine is not working to prevent infection or transmission of the virus. Cases are raging in states with the highest vaccines level. Yet the experts continue to maintain that the only thing that can be stopping the spread of Omicron is vaccines. More people are catching on that this makes no sense. If vaccines don't stop the spread, how can vaccines stop the spread? South Africa's COVID response authority has written to the health minister recommending an end to containment efforts, contact tracing, and quarantines. Unvaccinated South Africa is ending COVID restrictions while the hyper-vaccinated North is locking down. Something doesn't add up. Fauci loves to say that to question him is to question science, but this has nothing to do with science. It's about power. Fauci, the political authoritarians, and the corrupt big pharma billionaires are trying to make a last stand. Big pharma billionaires are trying to make a last stand, desperate to push Omicron as a justification for further tyranny and profits. But actual science is not cooperating. Omicron is spreading, and vaccines are not stopping it. Thus far, nearly half of Omicron's infections are asymptomatic. Some experts are predicting that Omicron will spell the end of COVID-19. But we know that as long as people like Fauci are around, COVID-19 will never end, unless, of course, we repudiate the charlatans and the profiteers and reclaim our liberty. Thanks for listening.